Most people don't realize it, but the reason they get angry has almost nothing to do with what others say or do. It's the unseen reaction inside, the spark that catches fire before you even notice. You felt it too, that tightness in your chest, that rise of heat, that moment you wish you handled differently. And yet, imagine walking through the same situations untouched, steady, unshaken. There's a quiet power in that state, and once you understand it, something in you shifts. This is where Stoicism stops being a concept and becomes a shield. Before diving into the heart of this idea, it helps to understand why anger has such a strong grip on us. Life doesn't warn you before it throws petty insults, rude behavior, or unexpected challenges your way. And while you can't control every situation, you can shape how much space they get inside you. That's where Stoicism steps in, noting as a cold philosophy, but as a practical approach people have relied on for centuries. It's the difference between reacting blindly and responding with clarity. Once you see why this matters, even simple interactions feel different. The things that used to bother you lose their weight, and you start taking back control of your emotional world. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is the divide between what you can control and what you can't. This idea sounds simple, but few people truly practice it. Research in modern psychology aligns with this, showing that emotional stress drops significantly when you focus only on controllable factors. In other words, anger often comes from trying to manage things that were never in your hands to begin with. When someone talks badly about you, that's their voice, not your identity. When someone cuts you off in traffic, that's their impatience, not your responsibility. The more you redirect your energy toward what's actually yours to shape, your thoughts, your choices, your responses, the more stable you become. This shift creates a calmness most people rarely experience. Another crucial part of staying unbothered is understanding perception. Two people can live the same moment, yet feel completely different emotions. Why? Because the mind interprets before it reacts. If your interpretation leans toward threat, disrespect, or personal attack, anger rises fast. But if your interpretation leans toward neutrality, curiosity, or even indifference, the moment passes without friction. Many historic Stoic thinkers trained themselves to pause and question whether something really deserved an emotional investment. Picture someone speaking harshly to you. Instead of absorbing their tone, imagine stepping back mentally and seeing their behavior as a reflection of their day, their stress, their habits, not yours. That shift turns irritation into distance and distance into freedom. Stoicism also teaches emotional discipline, something deeper than simply staying calm. It's the commitment to rise above instinct and choose clarity over chaos. This creates a strength that feels both steady and grounded. When you refuse to let others dictate your emotional state, your confidence changes. You stop feeling threatened, and instead, you feel quietly powerful. Even your relationships evolve. People sense a different kind of presence in you, less reactive, more intentional. And beneath all of this is a subtle emotional truth. You're not suppressing your feelings, you're understanding them. You're deciding not to hand your peace over to situations that don't deserve it. This emotional maturity becomes its own form of self-respect. Here's the turning point, the shift everything else leads to. When you finally understand how little external noise deserves your energy, something inside you unlocks. You stop chasing validation. You stop defending yourself against meaningless comments. You stop getting pulled into every conflict that passes by. You start choosing your battles. You start protecting your peace, You start standing firm in who you are. And suddenly, the world feels different. People no longer trigger you the way they used to. Situations that once bothered you barely scratch the surface. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. This is the quiet strength Stoicism builds, a strength that doesn't shout, doesn't explode, doesn't crumble. It simply holds. Once you taste that level of control, returning to the old reactive version of yourself feels impossible. You finally understand that your greatest power was never changing others, it was mastering your own emotional world. To make this shift part of your everyday life, you'll need steady practice. Start by noticing the first flicker of irritation before it grows. Then separate the moment from your interpretation of it.